Hey, good morning everyone. Can I confirm? Audible or not? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So, where we stopped in the last session, the last two sessions we discussed about as part of our course, the content what we are going to deliver. The next one is like once you completed this course, what is your role in the market? What kind of applications we can develop by using Python? Okay, whenever it comes to the data, okay, what kind of roles are there at the same time where exactly we are going to use like a Python. So come to the applications wise, web applications we can develop it, enterprise applications standalone and distributed applications we can develop by using Python. Okay, come to the data. Whenever you work with the data, okay, as like a role like a data analyst or data engineer or data scientist or ML engineer or DL engineer and NLP, generative AI, agentic AI engineer, all this. Wherever the data is there, if you want to work with the data, initial or prerequisite for this is like Python. So in this data area also, okay, we need Python. So let's start with our first session. I already asked you to install Python, right? Did you install it? I asked you to install Python. Did you install? If you
Yes,
not,
sir.
just install it. Okay, how we can check in your mission Python is there or not there? Simply open command prompt. Simply open command prompt. Just type py. Just type py. Something like this. Now, whenever you type py in your command prompt, you can see okay the Python version and it is entered into Python environment. Here you can write the Python program. Here you can write the Python program. How we can write, we'll see later. But if you want to check in your mission Python is installed or not installed, simply you can open command prompt, type py. There you can find this Python version and all. So I can understand like in my mission Python installed with which version, 3.12 version or not. Okay. Okay then. Now any programming language you can take it. Any programming language you can take it. Two three concepts. First 1 week, okay, the concepts are like variables. The next one is like functions. Any programming language you can take it. These two terminologies are like common. Any programming language you can take either JavaScript if you want, okay, JavaScript variables and JavaScript functions. If you want to go with Python variables concept, Python functions. The next one is like if you want to go with Java variables and functions. .NET, any programming language you can take it. The first concept is like variables. The next one is like a functions most of the times. At the same time, the definitions and everything is like common for any programming language. What is variable? Whatever the answer in Python, the same answer you can tell to remaining programming languages also. But the difference is like there has syntactical differences there. There has a syntactical differences there. Not only these concepts, I am talking about first 1 week. Not only these concepts, most of the concepts are like common only. Okay, mainly oops common for any programming language. Most of the concepts are like common. Definitions wise, you can whatever you learn in Python, the same definition you can tell in other programming language also most of the times. The difference is only the syntax. That's the reason if you learn like one programming language properly, remaining all at least you can by seeing that one you can understand the syntax. You have to understand, but the concept will never change. The concept will never change. The way of writing the code is going to change. That's okay, fine. Okay, got my point. So tell me, if you have any idea on any programming language, can anyone tell me what is variable? Why we go for variables? Why we go for variables? Okay, how to create the variable? What is the syntax? Can anyone tell me? Any programming language, not only Python. Not only Python, any programming language, even C also you can tell, no problem. Even C also.
Variable store the data.
Okay, very simple, right? In your program, most of the times if you see, not most of the times, every time we are going to work with data only, right? You are going to perform some operations on the data only or not. If you want to work with data, that data you have to store somewhere, right, in your program. Yes or no? So to store that particular value or data, okay, in any programming language, how we can store means by using this concept, we can store it or not. If you want to store some value, how we can store the value in your program? By using variables only. This particular definition is common for any programming language. In Java also, okay, in the first session, what they are going to tell, what is variable? Variables are used for what? To store some data. Okay, it is going to represent wherever the data is there. Okay, by using that variable name, we are going to point into that particular location or not internal. But simply, if you want to tell why we go for variables, means the variables are used for what? To store some data or not. So that is my first answer. Okay, why we go for variable. Okay, how we can store it programmatically, how we can store it, that is the question. Or okay, syntactically in Python, how we can create a variable, that is the question. Syntactically in Python, how we can create a variable. Any programming language you can tell in your career, okay, anywhere, if you create one variable, what is the syntax for that? What is the syntax, Shubham?
Like int a equal to 10, var a equal
Okay,
to
where a
10.
equals to 10. This is what, okay, you learn JavaScript, that the reason you said like JavaScript syntax or not. Yes or no? Okay, any Java people are there or C?
Int a equal to 10.
Okay, simply int a equals to, okay, 10. Okay, this is like, okay, in C programming language, for example. Okay, I have an idea on Java, so that in Java, okay, simply string name equals to such something like this. Something like this. If you have an idea in PHP, for example, dollar name equals to Dhoni, something like this. See, in JavaScript, to store this particular value, you created like what? One variable. Okay, the variable in JavaScript, we are going to create like this or not. In C, the variable creation is something like this. In Java, the variable creation something like this. In PHP, something like this. By seeing this one, can you tell me the syntax? In C, how we can create a variable? The syntax tell me. Syntax. In C, how we can create the variable? This is the one, right? So first int is there. After that, A is there. After that, one value, 10 is there. To this particular statement, syntax is what? First, in what
Data type.
Keyword.
Data type.
the data you stored in this particular variable, that data type we can mention by using this one or not. The variable holds 10. The 10 type is what? Integer or not. So in C, okay, that syntax is what? First data type, and then this particular A, what we can say? We can say
Variable.
like a variable name. The next one is like what? This 10, I can say like what? Variable value, or I can say like a variable value or not. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, if it is like C, it is like this. The same syntax. Now I want for Python. I want for Python. Variables are used for to store the data. That is okay. The variable syntax you said like multiple programming languages like this: JavaScript, C, Java, and PHP. But I don't want those programming languages. Just I want to know in Python, if you want to store some data, how we can create a variable means in Python, very simple. Okay, here the variable name and the variable value. That's it. Variable name and the variable value. In Python, if you want to store some data, how we can store the data? By using variables. How we can create the variable in Python? What is the syntax? What is the syntax to create the variable in Python? Okay, simply you can create a variable, first a variable name, and the next one is like what? Variable value or not. Understood or not? Okay, now tell me, can you create one variable, okay, which store the value like a Sachin in Python? How we can create? Can you create one variable which should store the value is like Sachin? How we can create as per the syntax?
Name equal to Sachin.
Okay, name equals to Sachin. That's it. Name equals to Sachin. Can you create one variable which should store some amount 1000? It should
Amount equal to
store,
1000.
okay, my amount equals to 1000 or not? Amount equals to 1000 or not? If you observe here, do we have any type for this variable in Python?
No.
Variable, do we have any type? But if you come to Java, see or C, if you observe here, string name equals to Sachin. Instead of Sachin, if I give like 10, will it work or not work in Java?
Compilation.
.NET, it gives an error. Why? Because in Java, it's like a type strict. It's like a type strict. Whatever the variable you created with the data type is like string, it is always accept or hold that particular type of data only or not. You created a variable by using which data type? String. But you assigned which value? 10. It's a integer or not, so that there has a incompatible type error. You can get it or not in Java. What is the error? You can get it. Incompatible type error. You can get it or not. So whenever you create a variable by using C or Java or .NET, who is like type strict, based on the type only, you have to assign the value or not. If the type and assigned value is like mismatch, then the time you can get the error is like what? Then the time you can get the error is like what? Incompatible type error. Then the time you can get the error is like incompatible type error or not. Understood? So come here, let me show you real quickly. Okay, we have online editors in our kalamschools.com. Let's go to Java. In Java, whenever I create one variable int amount equals to 1000, now I'm going to print that amount something like this amount. Now if you run this one, yes, you can get the amount equals to 1000. It's like valid. You created a variable with which data type? Integer data type. So which value you assigned? Integer value only you assigned. So there is no problem at all. It is like working as expected or not. For example, if you pass like a Sachin, will it work or not work in Java? Will it work or not work in Java?
No.
Not work, right? Why it is not work? Why? Because you created a variable to store Sachin with which data type you created?
Integer.
Which data type? Integer data type. But you assigned with which
String.
value?
String.
String value or not. So there has a incompatible types or not. String value cannot convert it into integer. Something like this, you are getting the error or not. Agreed? Got my point? So any programming language, why we go for variable? If anybody asks, to store some data, to represent the data, you can say. How we can create a variable in Java? Then that time you have to tell the syntax, data type, next variable name, variable value. How we can create a variable in Python? Simply variable name and variable value. Here there is no type for the variables or not. Now let's come to the Python. Now if you see here, I want to create one variable, name equals to 1000. Okay, just I want to print the name. What is this print? I will tell later, but focus on line number 2. This is our goal now. Will it work or not work? Will it work or not work? Will it print or not print? Come on. Will it work or not work? What do you think more? Shubham?
It should work, I think, print is supported. It should work, I think. Print is supported.
Not getting.
Sir, I think print is supported in Python. It is keyword in Python.
When name equals to 10,000, just say added print name. Okay. As per Python, this is like a variable name. The name can be anything. Do we have any type for the variables in Python? Do we have any type for the variables? No.
No,
So the
no.
variable can hold any kind of data or not. Yes or no? That's the reason name equals to 1,000. Naming convention wise, you know that is wrong. But as per Python, that is like normal one text, a set of characters. That's it. The variable name is like some text. That's it. It is holding like what? 10,000. So if you click on this one, my 10,000 printed or not? If I go with Sachin, yes, it is going to print like Sachin or not. Like this different data formats are there: integer, string, boolean, list, set, tuple, dictionary, range, function. Like this multiple data formats are there. Leave that one, we can see later. Our goal is like create a variable, simple variable, how to create in Python. So it is working as expected or not? Yes or no? Do we have any type for the variables in Python? Can I write like this? Can I write like this?
No.
Valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Invalid. Here, can you read this one? What is this? Can you read it?
Invalid syntax.
What is this
Error.
one? Syntax error. Can anyone explain me what is syntax error? How we can fix these syntax errors? What is syntax error? How we can fix these syntax errors? Come on, syntax errors, when you can get it? Again, this is common for any programming language. One programming language you can take like Java. Okay, that Java introduced to this world with some experts. Whenever they introduced Java, okay, to this world in the market, they provided some rules and guidelines. Rules and guidelines. Whenever one person introduced one programming language into the market, they provides you some rules and guidelines. It means whenever you use that programming language, you have to follow those rules and guidelines or not. Whenever you are using that programming language, but you not follow the rules and guidelines, then that time you can get the syntax error. Terminology wise, what is this error? Syntax error. When you can get it? Any programming language you can take it. Introduced by not you, some X person. You are the user. While using that X person, whatever he provided the rules and guidelines, you should have to follow or not. If you not follow the rules and guidelines, then that time you can get the syntax error or not. Now in our case also, you get like what syntax error means: you not follow the guidelines of my Python or not. You not follow the guidelines of my Python or not. What is the guideline? What is the syntax to create a variable in Python? Do we have any data type? Do we have any data type in Python? There is no.
No.
But still you added like into something like this. So he said like syntax error or not. So how to fix it? Fix syntax errors. Tell me. Syntax errors. How to fix means here no reasons, nothing. Just you follow the rules. You have to follow the guidelines. There is no reason. Hey man, okay, if you ask the question like, hey, I put like int, he said like syntax error. Okay, if the answer is like I said, hey, just remove integer. If you ask why we need to remove integer, if you put like int, then what happened means I don't have any answer. Why? Because that is the rule, that is the guideline. Whenever you use Python, there is no type for the variables. That is the rule you have to follow or not. Whenever you get the syntax errors, you should not, okay, think about the reason why. Okay, you have to follow the guideline simply. That's it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
This is not only for Python, any programming language. If you get like a syntax error, you should have to follow the guideline. If you not follow the guidelines, yes, obviously, okay, you are using my programming language, you not follow the rules, so that they are going to give like a syntax error or not. When you can get the syntax error in which phase, that is our program procedure, that is program execution flow. We are going to discuss that time you can come to know. If you come to any other programming language, if you take like Java, now just I removed, okay, semicolon. Whenever I remove the semicolon, now see here, okay, this is one kind of syntax error only. Okay, expected this particular semicolon or not? Yes or no? Like that, each and every programming language has their own rules and guidelines. You're supposed to be follow those rules and guidelines. Understood, everyone? Up to here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Now you know, okay, you have some data is there. Okay, simply just focus on string integer. That's it. String number. There has multiple other data formats are there at this moment not required. Our main focus on variables. Okay. Now my question is, if I write like this, what happened? If I write like this, what happened? On. If you run this one, what happened? Okay, very simple. You are trying to print one member. We can say like a member. That can be a variable or that can be a function. Syntactic, okay, terminology wise, you are trying to print one member. That can be a variable or that can be a function, that can be a class also. But for now, okay, we are discussing about the variables. Just focus on like a variable. I'm trying to print one member name. One member name. This particular name already defined, not defined. In this particular program, you are trying to print one member or one variable name. This name you defined or not defined already?
Not defined.
You not defined, right? Okay, you not defined. Okay, if you not defined, okay, in this particular program, still you are using this variable or not? In that case, you can get one error. Okay, what is that error? See, you can get one error. What is that error? It's a syntax error. No, it is not a syntax error. In the exception handling, you will see what is syntax error, what is runtime error, what is exception, all these things. For now, just leave it. Don't think more about that one. Okay, just focus on, I created one variable, I printed in the last program. Now I didn't create any variable, I'm trying to print it. If you create a variable print, that is working as expected. You not created, but still you are trying to print it. Then the time you can get an error is like, can anyone spell out? What is that error? What is that error? You can get it. Name error. What is that? Name is not defined. What is that one? Can you spell out? Name is not defined. Name. Okay, naming convention wise, a little bit confused. That the reason, amount. Right? Okay, now can I refresh the page? Now see, you get the error. Name amount is defined or not defined? You defined that member or not? You defined that variable or not? In your program, did you define that variable anywhere? Tell me. Did you define that variable anywhere? No, right? You not defined the variable, still you are using that variable, then that time you can get this error or not. You can get this error. Name error, name amount is not defined. Name error, name amount is not defined. Understood? By seeing this error, what you can understand simply, You are trying to use one member, that member is not defined. Whenever, most of the times in your application, you can see this error. Okay, not defined. Whenever you see this error now onwards, whenever you see only this part, okay, in your mind, what you have to think? In your mind, what you have to think? In your mind, what you have to think? Come on. In your mind, you have to think like, I am using this amount member. Member can be a variable, a function, or a class. Leave it. Only variable focus it. I'm trying to use this amount variable, but that variable is not defined. But that variable is not defined. Understood? Got my point? I'm trying to print what? I'm trying to print what? I'm trying to use which variable? Amount. That is defined or not defined? That is not defined. So in this case, you can get this error. Whenever you get this error, how we can fix this error? How we can fix this error? How we can fix this error? Based on this, I can understand the amount is not defined. So can I define the amount? Okay, how we can define the amount? Okay, just simply the amount equals to 1000. Okay, or 10,000, just I defined or not. He said not defined. Now I fixed, as part of my fix, I defined that variable. Whenever I define the variable, see, still you are getting the error or not. What is that error? There is no change in the error. What is that error? Name amount is not defined. Name amount is not defined. Again, you get the error or not? Yes or no? Again, you get the same error or not? Agreed? So, what you said, the amount is not defined. So, you defined, but still you are getting the error means, what is the problem here? Means very simple. You are using this amount, right? It is always check this amount before using defined or not. But you defined the amount before using after using you are using at line number 2, but you defined at line number 4. So in Java, okay, in JavaScript, this kind of syntax is going to work. Leave the JavaScript. Remaining all programming languages, if you use one variable or if you use one member, first before that using you have to define it, and then only you have to use it. But if you use before and after you defined, still you can get the same error. Still you can get the same error. Understood here? See, here you defined, correct, 100% correct, you defined, but when? Before using, after using or not. So that whenever one member you are using means, that member first you have to define, and then only you have to use it. And then only you have to use it. Now see, I defined first and then I used, so that now you can get the output is like what? 1000 or not. Understood everyone? Got my point? Okay. Okay then. Now answer these questions. Why we go for variable? Why we go for variable? Why we go for variables? For what purpose? To store the data. To store the data, or okay, by using that variable, we can represent that data location and all that terminology we can use in future. For now, just you can use simple terminology like variables are used for to store some data. That's it. Next, how to create variables in Python. How to create the variable in Python? Tell me, what is the syntax? Come on. Variable name and the variable value or not. What is the variable name? Anything. Okay, but you have to follow some guidelines to create the variable name. That one we'll discuss. For now, just follow the syntax. Name equals to Sachin. Name equals to Sachin. Done. The next one. Can you can you reproduce the error? Can you reproduce any syntax error in Python? Can you reproduce one syntax error in Python? Tell me. In Python, one syntax error. Can you reproduce it? Tell me. I need a syntax error in your code. How we can reproduce? Can anyone?
String we can add. String name. We can add string name.
Name, print name.
String. Yes.
I didn't get it.
Like int n equal to 10.
Okay, that one. Okay, int name equals to such, something like this you said. Okay, I thought like new one you said.
Yes.
Okay, then now syntactically valid or invalid? Invalid or not? You are not follow the guideline, right? Guideline or not? So like this, you can you can reproduce one syntax error or not. How to fix syntax error? Any programming language. Just have to follow the rules and guidelines or not. That's it. Okay, there is no reasons, nothing. Why not int means I don't have any answer. Why not int means I don't have any answer. In Java, why int means I don't have any answer. Understood or not? Okay. Then. Now, can anyone answer this one? Print yes. Okay. What is my output? What it is going to give? Print yes.
Age is not defined.
Yeah, exact error is what? Name error. What is this name error? Keep in your mind. Name error. Okay, what is this name error? At the time of exception handling, we'll discuss. Okay, it's a class. Here, name, exact error tell me. Is not
No.
defined or not. Yes or no? Now, if you come here, print yes. Now, if you check it, now see here, name error, name is not defined or not. Yes or no? Whenever in your program, if you see this kind of errors, name error, name is not defined means in your mind, okay, what you have to think? In your mind, what you have to think? For example, somewhere I saw this error. Okay, in your mind, what you have to think about this? In your mind, what you have to think about this? Come on. If you see this error in your console, in your mind, what you have to think?
Uh, we defined a variable which is not
You have to think like this. I am using one member whose name is what?
amount.
Using one member whose name is what? Amount, but that amount is not there in that context or not defined or not. Yes or no? I am using one member in my program, but that member not defined or not. Like this, you have to think. Now, what is the fix for this? What is the fix? What is the fix for this? You have to define
Defined.
the amount member before using that or not. Before using that member or not. If you define after using, now see, you know that already we saw, right? I have print yes. Okay, here yes equals to 20. Will it work or not work?
Not
Will it work or not work? Now, if I click on this one, now you can get the error. But you said like, yes, defined, na? Yes, is 20 defined or not? That's the reason you have to remember like what? You have to define amount member before using that one or not. Yes or no? So that, okay, here I am using amount. If you write amount equals to 1000, will it work or not work?
not one.
Not work. So what you have to do? Before using that member, you have to, before using that member, you have to define or not. this is the member I said, right? What is this member? Syntactically, it's a which syntax? Variable.
Variable.
Okay, or this member can be in future function, or this member can be a class. Okay, terminology wise, variables, functions, class. In one Python program, if you take, other than this, you not find anything. That may be a class, that may be a function, that may be one variable. Except these three, you can't see any other things. You cannot see any other things. Understood?
Yes.
How to create the variable in Python? Now, can you focus on the variable name? Can you focus on the variable name? What is my variable name here? What is my variable name here? Just the amount is my variable name, right? The amount equals to 1000, print amount. That's all. Now, if you write the variable name starts with a digit, will it work or not work? Will it work or not work?
No.
No. What is this error? It is which kind of error?
Syntax.
Syntax error. Syntax error, if you get it, what is the fix for that?
As per the rule we
You
have.
have to follow the guideline. You have to follow the rule. What is the rule? What is the rule? Any member in Python should not starts with what?
Numbers.
Digit or not. Should not starts with digit or not. Agreed? Yes or no? Now, okay, here, can I write like this? Can I write like this?
No.
Again, what is the error?
Syntax.
Syntax error. So in your variable, okay, variable name, can I use spaces? Can
No.
I use spaces? No, right? No, right? Okay, no. Now, can I start with a special character?
No.
Can I start with the special character?
No.
Can I start with special character underscore? Okay, this is okay. Name is not defined. Underscore, yes. Can you tell me some special characters? Dollar, can I use? Can I use dollar? Dollar,
No.
syntax error. Okay, can I use something else? Hash. Okay, but hash we have a separate discussion. Okay, it's a comment in Python. Okay, at the rate, can I use? At the rate, can I use? Come on, at the rate, can I use?
No.
Syntax. So it is only supports for what?
Underscore.
Okay, underscore only or not. It is only supports for underscore only or not. The next one. Can I use for? Can I use for?
No.
Okay, no. Why? Why?
Reserved.
Okay. Why no means in Python, these all are like a reserved words. We have separate concept is the reserved words. We should not use reserved words as like a identifiers or names or not. We should not use reserved words. Yes or no? For is reserved for one functionality. You should not use for other, okay, to represent or to do the another functionality or to hold the another functionality. These all are like reserved for already some other functionalities. You should not use to handle some other functionalities or not. Reserved words we should not. Understood everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the next one. What is my output? What is my output?
Name is not defined.
Yes. Okay, if you write like this, exact output, tell me.
Name error.
Name error. What is this name error? It's a exception class. Remember that one. What is exception class? Deep dive in exception handling. Next, what is error?
Name.
Name.
Name is
Name is
not
not defined or not.
defined.
Yes or no? Okay, it means already name is there, na? But why it is gives me an error? Why? Because it's a Python is like a case sensitive or not. It's a case sensitive or not. You created a variable with the lowercase, but you are trying to access that particular variable starts with uppercase. In that case, what happened? You can get the error is like what? Name is
Name
not
error.
defined error or understood? Okay, what is this? Will it work or not work?
Sachin.
Will it work or not work?
It should work.
Will it work or not work? Come on. Underscore you can use it, but hyphen can I use? Can I use hyphen?
No.
No, right? Okay, we cannot use hyphen. So here, can I write like this? Can I write like this?
No.
What is that error? Syntax
Syntax.
error or not? So can I write something like this? Can I write something like this?
No.
So which special character in Python it's going to support? Only
Underscore.
underscore it is going to support or not? Okay, other than that, if you use any special character, then the time you can get like what? Syntax error. Whenever you get the syntax error, there is no other thought you have to tell like what? There is no other thought you have to tell like what? You have to follow that rule. You have to follow that guideline or not. Yes or no? Agreed?
Yes.
Any questions, anyone? Okay, now you got some idea, right? How to create a variable. Okay. So, okay, the next sessions, these 3 sessions we completed, right? The next session is on like Monday. Okay, Monday onwards, our regular sessions are going to start. Okay, the link and everything we are going to share with you. So Monday onwards, the same time you can join. Okay, why? Because some other people are also going to join the same timing. Okay. So I'm going to share all these videos, just these 3 videos, and meanwhile you can check the content and all. If you have any questions, just let us know. Okay, course related details and everything. If you want, just you can go to vtsschool.com and you can drop a message so that we can respond. Okay, so the next session is on Monday. Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Okay, then Monday onwards, regularly we are going to take the sessions. Okay, our timings are like 8 to 9. Okay, exactly 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Okay, then. Thank you, guys. Thanks for joining.
Thank you, sir.